Okay. Hi, YouTube friends. Hi, actual three-dimensional analog friends here in the room. How's everyone doing tonight? Okay. So since I saw you last, had I already been to New Jersey? Yeah, I had been to New Jersey and with my prison guys, and since then I was in Nebraska. I did a couple of workshops at a wonderful yoga studio in Omaha, the Yoga Path, and then went an hour south to Nebraska City to a place I'd never been called the Lead Lodge, the home of Arbor Day gardeners. The guy who founded Arbor Day, I never thought about that. Someone started Arbor Day. His name was J. Sterling Morton. And they've got the Arbor Day forest there, and the J. Sterling Morton mansion, and this lodge, the Lead Lodge, spelled L-I-E-D, like lied, but it's lead. Song, I guess, in German. And it's gorgeous, beautiful, and all made with these beautiful timbers, and I guess in honor of trees, they chopped down a bunch and built this place. Yeah, right. But I was there for the staff enrichment week for the Nature Conservancy, which is, you know,
I know, I remember too.
Yeah, and it's a really lovely nonprofit, and they actually buy up and manage forests and rivers and so forth to conserve them for future generations. Wonderful organization. So they brought me in to teach meditation to their international staff.
Nice.
And big surprise, turns out that people who are attracted to work for conserving nature are really nice people. So yeah, it was really great. It was really a lovely time. So, yes.
Give just a little quick lay of the land of the evening.
Of
the evening, like what you do.
Yes, yeah. So we've got one new folk here tonight. Is there folk? The singular of folks? There should be. One new folk, right? 3 folks, 1 folk.
I'm not sure.
So this is Danica?
Yannicka.
I had a student years ago named Danica. Yannicka, okay. So welcome. So this is really, it's all very simple, very straightforward. Main thing is be comfortable. As you'll see, we don't have a lot of ceremony here. You sit comfortably. If you get uncomfortable at any point, do something to get comfortable again. Sometimes people wind up lying on their back to meditate. That's great. You found the bathroom. And we'll do this till about 9, and then we break for schmooze time, cookies and tea for people who want to stick around for that. Okay? Good. Anything else? Other old business, new business? Have some of you been staying indoors more because of the smoke from the fires?
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the time.
all the time.
And I still
Yeah,
dripping and coughing.
yeah. So it's interesting, you know, sometimes we get these times that are enforced inactivity. We may have talked about this before. The whole tradition of retreat, of going on a meditative retreat, started in the time of the Buddha about 2,500 years ago, when the Buddha and his band of merry men were moving from village to village. But in the monsoon season there in India, you can't do that. So they would find a place with some caves, or someone would who owned a big empty building would welcome them there, and they would sit out the monsoon season, and that would become a time just for more meditation, deepening their insight, and maybe going deeper into their questions with the Buddha. So the whole idea of retreat, which now is found in various forms in all kinds of spiritual traditions, really started that way. You can't go outside and play, so you got to stay inside. And actually, now that I mention it, I don't have it. I've got all the other books.
What?
It's The Cat in the Hat. Must be in the other room. Okay, maybe we'll pull it out later. Yes, The Cat in the Hat. Yafa will find it. Yafa specializes in knowing where, she knows where everything
Where
is.
things are.
I know where nothing is. Nothing is within you. That's what we talked about last time.
Oh.
Right. Thank you. Right? The wisdom of Dr. Seuss. The sun did not shine, it was too wet to play, so we sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day. I sat there with Sally, we sat there, we two, and I said, how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball, so we sat in the house. We did nothing at all. So all we could do was to sit, 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 sit. Read this at the beginning of every meditation retreat.
Yeah, really.
And we did not like it, not one little bit.
I've never read this.
You've never read this?
Isn't that terrible?
But what happens when you start to sit? Stuff starts to come up. And then something went bump. How that bump made us jump. We looked, then we saw him step in on the mat. We looked and we saw him, the Cat in the Hat. To be continued. What is going to happen when a cat in a hat walks into your house? We'll see. Let's find out. Let's find out. We start by sitting. So, the main instruction for our new friend and any new friends watching here is forget about meditation. Forget about trying to control your mind or trying to get rid of thoughts or trying to do anything that you may have possibly associated with the word meditation. What are you supposed to experience? How are you supposed to breathe? Just, as we say in New Jersey, forget about it. Don't do anything I don't tell you to do. That's simple, and I won't tell you much. So, let's just please sit comfortably. Usually, and really check out how your body feels in whatever piece of furniture you're on. And just see, is there a way to sit with less tension in your body? For instance, if you're sitting with the arms like this, usually, if you're sitting with your arms like this, try dropping them. Drop your hands into your lap or on your knees. Which one puts more tension into the body, this or this? My experience is this is less tension, but if your experience is that this is less tension, fine. And try the same with your legs. Try this, if you're like this, try it like this. See which one structurally puts less, I find this seems to be less tension. But go with whatever you find. So let's close our eyes. Don't meditate, just close your eyes. And notice how the chair holds all of your weight. Every pound of it. So there's no work involved in sitting. Sitting just goes on moment by moment all by itself. And please notice how breathing happens all by itself. It's been happening since the moment you were born. So there's nothing we have to do to keep breathing. And we don't have to keep paying attention to it either. We're just noticing things and moving on. You might notice how the senses function all by themselves. Hear the car passing in the road. You hear this voice starting and stopping and starting and stopping. Perhaps a jet in the background, voices in the background. But notice that all this hearing happens by itself. You hear whatever you hear. There's no work involved. The same with the other senses. We might feel sensations. We might notice vague colors dancing behind the eyelids. But we're not trying to be vigilant or mindful, keeping it all on display in the security camera. It's just we notice whatever we notice and we forget whatever we forget. Stuff comes and goes within our awareness. Just like a car coming and going on the road. It's all fine. It's all perfect. None of it much matters. So we're just noticing the absolutely ordinary, everyday situation. Regular, ordinary awareness, nothing special. We're just noticing a little more clearly than usual how it works. And it works by us not working. We're completely unemployed. Just hanging out in the middle of all this effortless, spontaneous experience. So as these various experiences, the sounds come and go, sensations come and go, you might also notice that thoughts come and go. And there's nothing special about thoughts. They're just one more kind of thing coming and going within our awareness. Thoughts are actually a lot like sounds, they're just a little quieter. So we just regard the thoughts that come and go exactly the same way as we regard the sound of a car or the sound of an airplane that comes and goes. There's nothing to do about it, nothing to figure out. Nothing to resist, and nothing to engage with. also notice that feelings may come and go. Maybe a feeling of could be anything, apprehension, tranquility. Maybe a feeling of, uh-oh, is our meditation going to be disrupted by the coughing person? But that's all part of the meditation. That's just more stuff coming and going. So as the thoughts and the feelings and everything else come and go within our awareness, there's sort of like different kinds of weather coming and going within the open sky. And the sky doesn't particularly care whether it's a storm blowing in from the east or a gentle breeze wafting in from the west. The sky is just space. And space has space for everything. So we can notice that this awareness within which all these activities come and go, is like open space. And we can just rest in that situation, rest in that spaciousness, that natural spaciousness, that intrinsic spaciousness of our own awareness. Just recognizing how all these phenomena come and go within this space. But none of them affect it. Just as even a tornado doesn't damage the sky. Even a rainbow doesn't improve the sky. Sky is just space. So still nothing to do. Just resting in this sky-like natural openness of our own awareness. That's simple. Not trying to concentrate. Not trying to focus on anything. Not trying to manage or improve anything. It's all way too much work. Just leaving things as they are. anytime you feel tangled up in something, whether it's a thought or a feeling, in other words, not just something passing through, but something that you feel engaged with, wrestling with, resisting, or hanging on to. That's fine. Just relax your grip on it. That's simple. Don't have to get rid of it or resolve it. Just relax your grip on it. And relax back into yourself. Relax back into this natural space-like wide openness of your own awareness. And then whatever persists within it doesn't matter. Anyway, nothing persists forever. The thought or the feeling that seems pressing, urgent now may be forgotten in 5 minutes. So, nothing to do but relax your grip and relax back into this open awareness, which is like space, which is like nothing, which is always right here. Never have to look for it. Never have to go anywhere. It would be like a fish looking for the ocean. can notice that this awareness, this regular, ordinary awareness, which we're resting in, although it can be aware of all different colors and sounds and textures, being like open space, it has no sound or color or texture. No size, no shape. No image or name. No anything. It's just aware space. Just nothing but aware of everything. So nothing to do but relax into that open space of awareness. Just melt into it. Just open your pores and marinate in it like soaking in a hot tub. Now keep the eyes closed and take a few minutes to gently start bringing the body back to a more active state. Kind of like waking up from a long nap.